welcome to my channel. I'm Prita Bhattacharjee and today we are going to study keeping quiet. I know it's been after a long gap or as I have joined my college now or बहुत सारे stuffs like this and that, new college, new friends. So I was going a bit busy. बट फाइनली अगेन लॉकडाउन और मुझे टाइम मिल गया है ऐसे असाइनमेंट्स के बीच में चैप्टर्स पढ़ाने के लिए. और ऐसे जैसे अभी न्यू क्लास 12 स्टार्ट हुआ है सो अभी तो रिसेंटली क्लास 12 के एग्जाम्स कैंसिल हो गए हैं बट इस साल मे भी क्लास 12 का एग्ज़ाम हो मे बी नॉट. और अगर एग्ज़ाम नहीं होता है देन जो तुम लोग के रीसेंट एग्जाम्स होंगे जो क्लास टेस्ट होंगे उन्हीं के बेसिस पे तुम लोगों को मार्क्स दिया जाएगा. सो दैट्स गोइंग टू बी लाइक हम लोग ज़्यादा कंसिडर नहीं करते हैं, हम लोग ज़्यादा सोचते नहीं हैं उनके बारे में और जैसे तैसे एग्ज़ाम दे देते बिकॉज ओके फाइनल बोर्ड्स में है उसमें अच्छे से देंगे. बट नाउ यू हैव टू कंसंट्रेट ऑन ईच एंड एवरी एग्जाम. सो लेट्स जंप बैक टू द चैप्टर दैट इज कीपिंग क्वाइट. It's a poem that's in your Flamingo book and it's written by Pablo Neruda. So talking about the poet, he got Nobel Prize in literature just because of his work. And his works mainly concentrates on the relationship between humankind, the mutual understanding between human beings. And he एम्फेसिस्ड ऑन दिस टॉपिक. वो बहुत भरोसा करते थे कि जो ह्यूमन बींग्स हैं उनके बीच में प्यार और भाईचारा रहे. ठीक है. सो आई हैव जस्ट जॉटेड डाउन सम पॉइंट्स अबाउट दिस पोएम लाइक विच आर फ्रॉम दिस पोएम. दे आर नॉट स्टैंजास बट दीज आर इम्पॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स लाइक द पोएम, एवरीथिंग दैट्स अबाउट दिस पोएम. सो कीप दीज थिंग्स इन योर माइंड एंड देन फ्रेम आंसर्स बिकॉज you can't remember everything in English. You have to know how to write answers. And as an English student, you have to remember some points. और जैसे बाकी subjects में you just write points, यहाँ पे नहीं होगा. You have to form paragraphs and sentences and complete sentences. और ये जो points है that will help you to form paragraphs and sentences. So अभी मैं पोएम का हर एक लाइन अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन करूँगी आपके सामने एंड सारे लाइन में एक हिडन मीनिंग है. इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल पोएम लाइक जो बोल रहा है वही है बट देयर आर सम लाइन्स विच इंक्लूड सम हिडन मीनिंग्स. सो लेट्स गेट बैक टू द पोएम. नाउ वी विल काउंट टू 12 एंड वी विल ऑल कीप स्टिल. सो हियर द पोएट आस्क्स अस टू कीप साइलेंट, मेंटेन साइलेंस एंड कीप क्वाइट. हम लोगों को वो बोल रहे हैं कि आप 12 तक गिनो और चुप रहो फॉर 12 लाइक 1 2 3 लाइक फॉर 12 seconds. And we have assumed maybe he meant about like 1 minute around or 12. So now the first question that comes ki why does he says ask us to keep quiet for count till 12 and keep quiet, not for a longer period of time. It is because keeping quiet, according to him meant not moving your body. Okay, एकदम शांत चुपचाप बैठना, ना हाथ ना पैर कुछ मूव ना करना. और अगर हम लोग ज़्यादा देर तक ऐसे चुप रहे सब एक साथ, he is not referring to one person but he is referring to all. Here it mentions we and we will all keep still. He is requesting everyone to be still. Okay, so सब अगर एक साथ चुपचाप बैठ जाएंगे for a long period of time then like जो development है वही रुक जाएगा. So that's why he says कि 12 seconds is a very small time. Okay, so for 12 seconds you can sit still. Okay, I have written here for a minute. For a minute or maybe 12 seconds ही उन्होंने mean किया है. I'm adding it also. And a minute is not wrong. Okay, you can also mention a minute. And then mention 12 and he has asked us to count till 12. So it's a very short time और हम बंद कर ही सकते हैं अपना काम इतनी शॉर्ट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम के लिए. इसकी वजह से बहुत कुछ नहीं रुक जाएगा. For once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. Okay, let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. As I have mentioned, he asked us to stay still and not moving our arms, not moving our lips, not moving our legs, not moving any body parts. Okay, जो organs है, okay, he asked us not to move them. And he asked us not to speak in any language. Here I have mentioned this. अगर आप अच्छे से देखेंगे कि don't speak in any language, not even sign language. Language does not only mean speaking through our tongue or the language, भाषा. Okay, जैसे हम लोग different भाषा में बात करते हैं उन भाषा के बारे में नहीं. Not even sign languages. किसी को अगर हम लोग बहुत दूर रहते हैं हम किसी को ऐसे बुला लेते हैं ना डायरेक्ट. So not even that, doing nothing and just sit, not even moving our eyebrows, not even moving our eyes, just sit or stand still for 12. It would be an exotic moment without rush, without engines. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Okay. So this moment will be a very exotic moment. बहुत ही ज़्यादा मज़ेदार और बहुत ही ज़्यादा एक्सक्लूसिव और इंटरेस्टिंग मोमेंट होगा. ठीक है, बहुत ही ज़्यादा रोचक समय होगा ये समय कि जब हम सब लोग एक साथ चुपचाप बैठे हैं. एंड यू जस्ट सी दिस is uniting us. Something is uniting us. The unity in diversity. We all are diverse, but this silence is uniting us. This is how he meant to gather all the human beings together. There is one thing that we all share in common. That is, if we stand still, like suppose whenever we go somewhere, for paying our condolences or any ceremony, condolence ceremony, वहाँ पे हम किसी के डेथ के बाद 1 मिनट के लिए मौन रखते हैं, शांत रहते हैं. ठीक है, तो उस टाइम everyone in that room, irrespective of caste, irrespective of class, irrespective of gender, race, everyone, that place stays quiet. Okay, they move nothing. So like that, the difference is, it is not because we are sad. This is just because he wants us to think something, and he wants us to think about ourselves, and taking out some time for our lives to think about ourselves. Okay, from our busy life, taking out a chunk of time from our busy life to think about ourselves. Fisherman in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the man gathering salts would look at his hurt hands. So, जो Arctic regions होती हैं, जो like northern and southern poles हैं, Arctic region जो cold regions हैं, वहाँ पे you get whales, and जो many polar regions, okay, the extreme top and the extreme bottom, वहाँ पे whales मिलते हैं because वो लोग cold seas में रहना पसंद करते हैं, and they are extremely cold seas, you know, because human beings human habitat नहीं है वहाँ पे, because the climate is extremely harsh, cold, very harsh. So the fishermen over those areas, they used to risk their life just to go for fishing. Okay, and fishing means not fishing for the small fishes, but the big whale. Or whenever we think that whale is big, really big, okay, if you combine 12 human beings, that makes one whale. So 12 ह्यूमन बींग्स को आप अगर कंबाइन करेंगे एक whale बनेगा, उसका वेट बनेगा. ओके, सो इसीलिए वो कहते हैं कि जो कोल्ड सी में जो फिशरमैन्स हैं, हाँ, वो फॉर ए सेकेंड रुकेंगे, वो फॉर अ मोमेंट रुकेंगे, एंड दे विल नॉट हार्म देयर सेल्व्स, एंड दे विल नॉट हार्म द वेल्स. वेल्स मीट इज नॉट नेसेसरी. हमारे पास बहुत खाने का चीज़ है, लेकिन फिर भी हम बड़े बड़े वेल्स को हर्ट करते हैं. So that is not at all necessary. They are risking their lives. They are risking their lives because अगर by chance just there are tools available जिससे वो whale को उठाते हैं. So अगर by chance somehow वो tool टूट गया या फिर किसी वजह से टेक्निकल कोई प्रॉब्लम की वजह से कोई आदमी गिर गया, they are sharks too. They can kill you. और वेल भी ऐसा नहीं है, वो शांत रहता है कि तुमको खाएगा नहीं, वो भी तुमको खा सकता है. सो और तुम इतने से हो गए वेल के सामने. सो ऑब्वियसली देयर आर एक probabilities of losing your life, and you are also harming the whale. अगर ऐसे हम उनका नंबर ऐसे ही कम है, बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं है, बिकॉज दे आर सो बिग, दैट्स वाई उनका नंबर ऐसे ही कम है. और अगर हम ऐसे ही उनको मारते रहेंगे, उनका नंबर और भी कम हो जाएगा. And the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Mind this fact. जो सॉल्ट गैदर होता है सी शोर या फिर ओशन शोर के साइड से, तो वो गैदर वो हाथ से कर रहे हैं. और वो जब हाथ से कर रहे हैं, so they are hurting their hand. Salt is extremely tough और रफ, और उसके वजह से जो उनका हाथ है वो छिल जाता है, रगड़ जाता है. एंड जस्ट इमेजिन जब कोई जगह कट जाता है, उसके ऊपर से अगर सॉल्ट लगे, नमक लगे, तो कितना ज़्यादा जलता है वो चीज़. सो दे आर सेइंग कि अगर हम लोग चुप रहेंगे, देन वो भी रुकेंगे एक मिनट के लिए और अपने हाथ की तरफ देखेंगे कि उनका हाथ कितना ज़्यादा कट गया है. Then comes those who prepare green wars, wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no survivor, which pull on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade doing nothing. So see here, the green war that I have mentioned here is global warming and ozone layer depletion. Okay, so here he's talking about the depletion of the greenhouse gases in our nature, and the ozone layer depletion and the global warming. We are destroying our nature with our inventions and technology. So like for a second रुकना मतलब सब कुछ थम जाना, मतलब कितना पोल्यूशन कम हो जाना. सब रुक जाएगा तो पोल्यूशन भी कम होगा. एंड वी शुड थिंक अबाउट दिस ऑल्सो. लाइक सबके बाद सब कुछ रोक के इसके बारे में सोचो. अगर एनवायरनमेंट नहीं रहेगा तो हम कहाँ से रहेंगे? बिकॉज दिस इज द ओरिजिन ऑफ एवरीथिंग. द एनवायरनमेंट इज द ओरिजिन ऑफ एवरीथिंग. There may be some people who will say कि they are technology and we can somehow survive, but trust me, technology is nothing without environment. Because for handling the technology you need human beings, and क्योंकि टेक्नोलॉजी इतनी भी डेवलप नहीं होगी कि ह्यूमन बींग्स के बिना ही वो सर्वाइव कर जाएगी. और अगर हम नहीं, और अगर एनवायरनमेंट नहीं रहेगा तो ह्यूमन बींग्स रहने का कोई चांसेस ही नहीं है. कितने दिन ऑक्सीजन गैस के साथ, मतलब जो सब्स्टिट्यूट होता है ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर्स के सहारे जियोगे? कितना ऑक्सीजन जमा करोगे? और ऑक्सीजन भी जमा करने के लिए ऑक्सीजन का प्रोडक्शन भी होना पड़ेगा ना. सो एनवायरनमेंट नहीं रहेगा तो कहाँ से जियोगे? और हम ही ना रहे तो टेक्नोलॉजी का रहने का क्या मीनिंग रह जाता है? सो बेसिकली ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट कि दोज हु प्रिपेयर फॉर ग्रीन वॉर्स, ऑल दोज पीपल हु आर trying to pollute our environment, they will stop for a moment. Wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no survivors. Victory with no survivors. So here this line is very important. Okay. Wars with gases. Okay. Now we know that our countries are extremely powerful. The countries around us are extremely powerful, and they can kill or destroy anything at any time they want because they have nuclear weapons. And just imagine agar war hua and every country starts using the nuclear weapon, how much destruction can they cause? कितना ज़्यादा destruction होगा हमारे society में, और to be honest, to be very honest, कुछ नहीं बचेगा सिर्फ destruction के अलावा. Yeah, obviously there will be a winner. This is the rule of war. Someone must win. Someone has to win. So yeah, there will be a winner, but there will be no survivors to enjoy that war, that victory. There will be no survivors, and even if we survive, then the condition will be so bad that we won't have the enthusiasm to celebrate our victory. So that's what he tries to mean, कि bees are meaningless. So come out everyone, and make friends with your enemies. Make them your brother. Here, brother doesn't mean only your brother. Your brother means everyone around you. Your companion, your partner, and come out in a clean clothes. Okay, clean clothes means your best clothes that we do during celebration. So come out in your clean clothes. Celebration और के टाइम पे जैसे हम निकलते हैं, so clean clothes में निकल के let's celebrate the moment. Do nothing. Just spend some quality time with them. That is important. And we can still enjoy doing nothing. Just sleep in the shades of tree, enjoying the company of each other. That we are forgetting nowadays. We are so much busy in our work and schools and colleges that we have forgot to spend time with our close ones. So do that. Even ironically, ये अभी हमारे साथ हो रहा है कि हमने नेचर को इतना ही हार्म कर लिया और नेचर के साथ इतना एक्सपेरिमेंट कर लिया कि नेचर ने हमें एक चांस दिया है कि चलो घर पे रहो एंड स्पेंड टाइम विथ योर क्लोज वंस, योर फैमिली. Don't go outside. Just spend time with your family and know them. Know what they want to do. What I want should not be confused with the total inactivity. This line is also very important. As I have written this, doing nothing doesn't mean total inactivity. You have to use your mind to think. It said that when we stop thinking, we die. We are dead. That's the only time we stop thinking. Because even if we sleep, sleeping means total inactivity. So even when we sleep, we are active. Our minds are active, and that's why we dream. We always we always think about something. So he says, don't move your body. But I have never said you to stop thinking. Think about the thing you love. Think about nature. Think about all the beautiful things around you that makes you happy and cheerful. So think about all of them. Well, life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. Yeah, so this is what thinking is life. Thinking is what life is all about. Okay, so thinking. This is what it means. So this is what life is all about. And we should always think. And then he says that I want no truck with death. So if we keep on thinking, okay, this is very important line. No trucks with, they're not going to be afraid of that. If we think, the only time we stop thinking is the moment we are dead. So if we keep on thinking, then there is nowhere around us. And we should not be afraid of that. We should not tolerate the terror that death is trying to put within us. Okay, we should not be afraid of the terror that death is trying to surround us with, that death is trying to put within ourselves. We should always stand firmly in front of death and say that we are not afraid of it and that we are not afraid to die. And we should always keep on thinking about all the beautiful things around us. That's what he tries to mean. If we were not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving, for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. This is how he explains the thing. Even we were not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing. हम लोग हमेशा यही सोचते रहते हैं कि we have to keep moving on in our life. अगर बैठ गए तो सब खत्म, but बैठ गए तो खत्म नहीं है because we are thinking. Nothing stops when we sleep and nothing will ever stop because our mind will never stop running. Maybe the things around us may stop, but our minds will never stop and we will keep on exploring the amazing things around us. About keeping our lives moving and for once doing nothing. Perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. Maybe this silence, in this moment of silence, we will understand the real meaning of our life. और जो डेथ हमें जो डराती है, उस डर से हम मुकर जाएंगे और उस डर से हम लाइफ का सबसे बड़ा लेसन ले सकेंगे कि डेथ cannot stop us. We are not afraid of death. We are never afraid of dying. Perhaps the earth can teach us as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. So this is how he says कि perhaps earth can also see us हम लोग जब we keep on moving, everything around us is dead. We make the earth dead with pollution and all. But even after that death, earth never never backs off. वो कभी हार नहीं मानती है. She always come forward and give birth to new plants and new trees. हम लोग trees काटते जा रहे हैं, but every day the earth is giving birth to a new animal and a new tree. So this is how he says ki, see the things that are generating every day around you. And you should not be afraid of that because, okay, even if you die, you are going to give birth to some new people because with our death, someone new is going to birth. Someone new is going to born in this world. So don't feel bad about it. Don't be afraid of death. You should only care about the things that, what are the things that you have thought and how many relations you have made in your life. How much you have understood the mankind. Okay, how much interaction you have done, how many people you have known in your life. That should be your main concern. As I have said, all his poems are concerned about the fact that mutual understanding between human beings, like how many people you have understood in your life. So this is what he is trying to emphasize, like in this poem also, कि जब चुप रहेंगे, सब एक साथ रहेंगे, हम लोग एक दूसरे को समझ पाएंगे. हम लोग अपने माइंड को यूज कर रहे हैं, so हम लोग एक दूसरे को समझ पा रहे हैं. Now I'll count up to 12. And you will keep quiet and I will go. So here he says ki now I will count up to 12. That's my work, that I will count up to 12 and you all will stay silent. So now I'm counting up to 12 and this is your work to stay silent, to unify the whole world, to understand the real meaning of mankind and stay silent. So this is all about this poem. And These are some points that you need to understand very precisely. First, stay quiet for a minute or 12 seconds. That's what he wants us to do. Then, doing nothing doesn't mean total inactivity. This is a very important point. Doing nothing कभी मीन नहीं करता कि टोटल इनएक्टिव, हम पूरे इनएक्टिव बैठे हैं. हमारा माइंड कभी सोचना बंद नहीं करता है. सो हमेशा सोचना है. Don't speak in any language, not even sign language. Okay, just think. Thinking, as life is all about thinking. So सोचते रहो. Life is all about thinking. From our birth to our death, we are always thinking something. Human mind never stops thinking, and that's how we create wonders. Wars led to the destruction of humankind. Everyone knows that war leads to the destruction of humankind. War leads to the destruction of the mutual relationship between two countries. War leads to the destruction of everything. There will be victories, but there will be no survivors to enjoy that victory, to celebrate that victory. No trust with death, not going to be afraid of death. He mentions this again and again that he won't let the death to threaten him. He won't let us to death. He don't want us to let the death threaten us. And we should always think of happy things and not be afraid of death. Or be depressed that one day we all are going to die. Victory with no survivors. Yeah, this is in context with the war. That wars, yeah, someone have to win. This is the rule of the law. But then there will be no survivors to celebrate that glorious victory. Green war is global warming and ozone layer depletion. I am mentioning this again and again. Green war मतलब जो हमारे जो पर्यावरण प्रदूषण, okay, the natural pollution, nature pollution, natural pollution, the air pollution, water pollution, land pollution, every noise pollution, every kind of pollution. So you see this. अगर 1 मिनट चुप हो रहे हैं तो ये सारे pollutions जो है वो बंद हो रहे हैं. So like 1 मिनट के लिए ओजोन लेयर डिप्लीशन बंद होगा. बहुत इफेक्ट आएगा इसकी वजह से. Spend time with your loved one, mutual understanding between human beings. This is what he means. And the most important question कि why only this much of time? अगर बहुत लंबे टाइम के लिए इनएक्टिव रहेंगे so obviously डेवलपमेंट रुक जाएगा. So he is not meaning कि एकदम बहुत लंबे टाइम के लिए तुम लोग चुपचाप बैठ जाओ, but at least 1 मिनट के लिए और 12 seconds के लिए we all can do this. अगर बंद हो जाएगा तो बहुत चीज़ रुक जाएंगी. ज़रूर उनको टाइम अब रन करने के लिए फिर से टाइम लगेगा, बट हमें अपना जो पीस है, इनर पीस है, वो वापस मिल सकता है. And that is much more worthy and important than other things around us. So this is all about this poem. If there's any kind of queries or questions that you want to ask me, you can just comment them down in the comment section below. And do let me know that if you like this video and you like this explanation, or do you want me to change my way of explaining things, or do you want long answers, or if you want any PDF notes from me, do let me know. I will provide you with all those things. And don't forget to like, subscribe and share my channel. Thank you.